minority? You want to kill a minority? I'm a fucking minority. Do it. Do it. You want to kill a minority? You want to kill a minority? Do it. Do it. Do it. You want to kill a minority? Do it.
Break the record for the deadliest mass shooting in our country. When 18-year-old was able to walk into a store by himself, an 18-year-old didn't have to pass a background check, didn't have to make a screening test. Way more screening for him. Shooting wrecks on motion. We all take action now. All get us on the right to contact
and said, let's do something called the March for Our Lives. Now, we're of drinking age and a lot less cute, but that's fine, because we're here again, and if you take a look around, here are all the people who showed up. Los Angeles has got some four some odd million people in it. You're the people who showed up. Give yourselves a round of applause. In cities that I bet none of us can even remember, we are here trying to get anybody to care at all. If you look around at all the marches around the country, a lot less people have turned up in 2022 because we all feel like there's nothing we can do. And hey, on February 14, 2018, a 19-year-old walked into my high school and shot 17 people dead. And back then, people cared about school shootings, at least a little bit. I have seen politicians tell me and my friends that we're the generation that's going to make a change. I have seen politicians make promises that we are going to ban assault weapons. I have seen it's 2022, Joe Biden's the president, we've got the House, we've quote-unquote got the Senate, and here we all are having a march for our lives again. Is that not bullshit to you? I'm sorry, excuse my cussing, everybody. This is the Parkland kids. I'm totally running over time right now. But I'm going to tell you one thing. When you're marching today, do not march because you think that the Senate is going to pass anything. Do not march because you think Joe Biden is going to do anything while he's president. March to show them how angry we are. March to show them that we are not going to stop until they do what we demand. Every step you take today, and this is not going to be an easy march, it's hot out today. Every step you take, remember that there are thousands and thousands of kids that are dead and cannot be marching right now because they caught a bullet from an AR-15. Maybe I'm accidentally catching a pattern here. But it's the AR-15, and our politicians are too cowardly to do anything about it. And that is why your kids are fucking dying. I wish I could tell you that today we're marching to make a change. I'm listening to President Biden, and I don't believe it. I don't see anything coming from these people. So what we need to do is we need to make them uncomfortable. We need to make our politicians fear for their lives the same way that the children do in schools. They feel the same fear that folks like Ted Cruz and Joe Manchin. Make them uncomfortable. Make their lives hell. Make them hate every second they have to be in public because we can't be in public either. Now for the housekeeping stuff. So hey everybody, there are water bottles available to anyone who needs a drink. Until then, please get water. You will pass out. It is hot. Marching involves moving your body. Drink water. We've got it for you. On top of that, the car in the front of the march and the car in the back of the march are both going to have medical people who can help you. I don't know what to call them. Both going to have medics. Let's give a hand for them. Thank you, medics. Drink water. If you see somebody who needs help, make a fuss. Let them help. You cannot have it. Pass out while you're marching for freaking.
Hey guys, you got some swag?
Mental illness. The background checks exist.
Hey, hey!
So first, we have an art booth, we've got water, we've got first aid. Check out. Everything will be here when you're done. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So anyone who knows me knows that being trans is a huge part of my life. I work in trans youth organizing at the National Violent Crime isn't the only thing that affects trans youth. When we talk about queer kids, we talk about their rights have to have suicide. Trans kids are 4 times as likely to commit suicide, and 40% of them, nearly half, have seriously considered suicide in the past 12 months. Now, school shootings and things like that, but honestly, 59%, so that's over half of gun deaths are suicide. I was in sophomore year the first time one of my trans friends tried to commit suicide with a gun. I remember the call so well. I was backstage at a production, and I was doing crew. I was sophomore, so there wasn't any big roles, but it was still important for me to pay attention. And so one headphone, I was listening for curtain cues. For a lot of our trans kids, we can't shield our eyes from it. Yeah? So obviously, yes, there are things that need to help all gun violence victims. We think about the bills on the floor right now that... I'm so sorry, I thought that was... We think about raising the age for accurate stories that are told immediately after we lose people. You can't kill us and hide the bodies. You can't gun us down in the streets and ignore our cries. You can't drive us to suicide and ignore the consequences. We're tired of being quiet. We're tired of suffering in silence. Our stories deserve to be told. And to my queer kids who saw their friends' names on memorial posts this year, to those of us who have been threatened on school property, who had to sit in a psychiatric ER, and I'm here with you, feeling your anger, feeling your desperation. I know you're fed up, and I know you're tired. And I'm so sorry you're having to fight with this. We're gonna change things, yeah? We're gonna change things! Alright, thank you. Okay, next up, I am introducing someone named Mia. She is a gun violence advocate with Students Demand Action.
Thank you. As they said, my name is Mia Tretta. Thank you for coming. In truth, I wish we didn't have to be here. I wish my story as a gun violence and school shooting survivor was behind me. It's summer. My last day of my junior year was last week, and I'd much rather be this. From Buffalo to Uvalde, we are here. So here's my story. On November 14th of 2019, I was a freshman at Saugus High School. Like every day, I got to school and made a beeline for the quad to see my best friend, Dominic Blackwell. Dominic was a sweet, fun-loving, 14-year-old boy. I wanted to call my mom and tell her I had been shot. Moments later, I was in an ambulance, then a helicopter, and then an operating room. I had a bullet lodged inside of me, millimeters away from ending my life. Yet compared to my friend Dominic, I was the lucky one. In a matter of seconds, 5 people were shot and 2 were killed. Dominic was one of them. And circumvent every existing safeguard meant to keep us safe. I stand here to tell you that the loopholes are as wide as the Grand Canyon. The safeguards are simply not enough. Do so because they are legally forbidden hair day, or you said something embarrassing in front of your peers, or you bombed a test, imagine going back after you've been shot. Or for me, anywhere else, like a crowded place where a loud pop can instantly transport me back to the quad, running for my life. Are you tired of scoping out the exits? Yes! Tired of living in fear? Yes! After the physical and emotional trauma of being shot and losing my best friend, I had to ask myself, what do I do next? While there are many different roads to recovery, this one's mine. Freetown for gun safety, moms demand action, students demand action, Sandy Hook promise, and today, March for Our Lives. I turned my pain into action. And I commend each and every one of you for your courage and ability to stand up for what is right. We cannot and will not let the lives. Every day, more than 110 lives are taken from us by gun violence. That is 110 families tonight left broken, 110 funerals. We must fight for our future. We need universal background checks, safe storage laws. We need to ban assault-style weapons like the AR-15 laws. And in the case of Dominic Blackwell and Gracie Muehlberger, who were murdered at my school on November 14th of 2019, we need to eliminate the loopholes that allow ghost guns to be sold in America. Americans should have real rights. Not the right to wage war against our fellow Americans, but the right to be safe at school, safe at the park, safe at the grocery churches, and safe anywhere we choose to come together as fellow Americans. We are human beings, not soft targets. We have a public health crisis in America. Guns. No child should have to legally attend school while we silent together. Please join me in saying, we fight for you after I mention the communities of Late who have been ravaged by gun violence. Irvine Presbyterian did not foresee the existence of the AR-15, a weapon that can shoot hundreds of rounds a minute. The only use for an AR-15 in the hands of a civilian is to slaughter other civilians and outgun the police. It was suggested that today we do a moment of silence to honor the victims of Buffalo and Uvalde. We fight for you! The children and teachers of Uvalde! We fight for you! And to those I have not mentioned whose pain and loss still lives on to this day, we fight for you! And what do I mean when we say we fight for you? People act like you've had enough. The next time you drop your kids off at school and wondering if they might be the next American statistic in the gun violent epidemic, let the anxiety turn into anger. Take that anger to the polls with you in November. And if there's a candidate who does not believe in common sense gun regulation, vote them out! Do it in November of 2022, 26 and 2028. Single election until we restore the peace and promise of this country. We can make a difference. In a few months, I'll be 18, and I'm a part of a generation who has been trained to hide under desks. Grandparent who is angry and tired of seeing innocent lives slaughtered on a daily basis for no reason, come along with us. Thank you.
Our last speaker. As organizers and March for Our Lives would like to thank you for participating and taking the time of your day to come along. Thank you so much for coming.
We're concluding our event. We have water still, we have shirts, we have art belts still available,
And official photos for today.
And if you need any comments, please meet us at the press desk over here. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
For our volunteers or people who want to help, we do need help to take stuff down and clean up. So if you guys are willing to stay after, we would very much appreciate that.
Turn all of the lights on over every boy and girl. And tag on the Instagram for closing time. One last call to voter registration. Closing time. Why are you not getting the memo? Seriously, leave, all of you. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys.